Welcome to Free to Be You. I'm your host, Mary David, and right now we are in the arena stage where the Cirque du Soleil show is taking place, Amaluna, and we're going to speak with some of the performers backstage in a few moments, so stay tuned. It's true, I feel like I'm talking to God a little bit.
It's a deep voice. I often get without a face on screen and on the phone. I want to talk to Julie McInness. It's a woman, isn't it? So.
it conveys a lot of power and authority and wisdom.
Well, that's good because that's very useful for the role that I play in the show, Prospero, who is, you know, a woman of experience, and she's the mother of what is sort of a take on the Tempest. So instead of Prospero, I'm Prospera, and instead of a text, I'm using musicality, my voice and cello and saxophone to express myself rather than a text. And so I'm singing very low sometimes, but also very high. So it's a great role. It's a fabulous role for me to have been invited to do. And I've been doing it for 2.5 years, and I love every moment. It's always great to use a lot of yourself, and I'm using a lot of myself in this production. And it's a 70% women cast. It's a long time coming that we have a show that really concentrates on the strength of women. And I mean that in the circus context, but in a real context there's the idea of balance with the balance goddess. Fabulous aerial, like strength, beauty, grace, sexiness. It's a very sexy show, great costumes, beautiful music, and it does have an emotional through line. It is the story of based on the Tempest, as I said, but it's also the story of that time when a mother has done everything she can, employing the company of great, wise, experienced, kind, nurturing other teams or individuals of women to set her off and give her the best chance at life. And she even has the power to create a storm and bring her possible new love, Romeo.
Said something really powerful earlier about how this show really does encompass so many aspects of femininity and power and sexuality, and showcases it in a very positive, empowering way. And so I'm curious about that element, because so many times as women it seems like there is this negative connotation or spin associated with beauty or with sexuality. So what are your thoughts on that and your feelings on that within the show?
Well, I think a lot about that. I'm I'm grateful that it kind of came around to celebrate feminine strength in this show and really showcase the strength and technique. I mean, every time you're seeing a lot of beauty in this show, there's a lot of very beautiful men and women, particularly women, now that we're talking about that. But to see it with an underlying technical ability, or flying in the air, or I think that to have a good life, you keep building on things that you're passionate about. And I've been fortunate to surround myself with very strong and encouraging people. And I think that's, rather than making a choice, I really want to be that, you just keep building on things you're passionate about. And for me personally, I'm over 50, and there's a sort of a line there. You can either kind of change what you're doing. One of the things I realised is I've been apologising for myself and making it okay for other people for a long time. And at a certain point you have intuition, and you have a trust in your decisions, and to keep living your life that way is a relief. It's wonderful. I thought, what was I doing all those years, apologising?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it's a tendency that we were trained to have. So I feel like I want to say to women, to girls, try and get to the fun bit where you stop apologising as soon as possible. Just get on with it.
Oh my goodness, and that's so great to hear you say, because as women that's definitely something we tend to do, is take on ownership and blame for things that really aren't about us or our fault at all. I'm sure that you've been a source of inspiration and wisdom, as you have for me, just even sitting here speaking with you. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thoughts.
one of the main things I'd say also is don't be too polite, girls. Be a bit wicked, it's fun. Have some fun.